Welcome to everyone who joined recently. By the way, I don't think I can call out each and everyone, but welcome to everyone. This is an experiment. I mean, I'm doing this for the first time. So if you find any issues, if you can't hear me, if you can't see me, just let me know. Also, as I mentioned at the meetup, try to keep your video on. Be comfortable with that because I think the future will be over videos, remote interviews, Skype calls, and stuff like that. So this is a good opportunity. Even if you look bad, that's fine. No one cares over here. So yeah, so please share what has been happening in the past 1 week. How are you getting any activities and stuff like that? No, no one wants to share. I won't be the only one who's talking today. So yeah, the ball is in your court. I'll stay silent here as long as it's required.
No activity yet.
Okay, let me add something there while we're waiting for someone else to check it. I find that even if there's still some slowness in the market, there's still some.
There's some noise with your college. I mean, we can't hear a voice clearly.
Yeah, I can't really say much. The market will hire whatever it needs, but yeah, there is some slowness at this point.
I think there's a static. Do you want to unplug your phone and plug it back again? Khaled, can't hear you properly.
Even though there is slowness in the market, I don't think there is any decrease in the number of jobs being posted.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
Well, hi guys.
Personally, there is a bit of slowdown in what I'm doing nowadays. Probably it's due to the whatever is happening around. But yeah, as Vinesh said, we have to keep up during these times.
Okay.
And trying to find ways how to do it.
I think Ankit messaged that you can't see me. So there are multiple versions of me logged in. I'm recording my voice through one account and you're seeing me through one account. So if I'm speaking and if you're toggling between the video, you will not see me. You'll just hear me. Probably you can tag my video somewhere so that you can see me. I'll figure out this logistics next time, but yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Keep sharing.
Hi Vinesh, this is Arkin here.
Yeah, Arkin, how are you?
I'm fine. I just want to share an experience that I faced I think last week as only. So I got a call from a recruiter, I think 2 weeks back, and we just have a couple discussion on regarding my job experience, and he wants me to appear for an interview last week only. And when I don't get a call from him, I again call him to follow up that where is my application and what is the current status. Should I appear for the interview or not? So they said that due to this current situation, we are actually delayed this hiring for, I don't know, but more than 3 to 4 months. So that's definitely due to this situation, the hiring process has been delayed a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's time that we accept what's happening. Everyone will be impacted. Everyone will have a pause or delay in whatever they're doing, be it job search, business, or whatever it is. So the best we can do is to be prepared for what's coming rather than being frustrated about no activities or what's happening. But I don't think market is slowing down yet because I see a lot of recruiters still posting stuff. But as Khalid mentioned, Karthik mentioned, take it with a pinch of salt. Even though there are a lot of advertisements going out, will those be actually processed by clients is a question mark. I actually talked to a couple of people who actually, even though they had offers, their offers were withdrawn in the last moment. A couple of them were actually from Qantas, and Qantas is completely freezed out, so their offers were pulled out. So yeah, that's what they're heading into, unfortunately. Yeah. How about others? We have a lot of new people joining in. Say hi, hello, what's happening?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Elaine.
Hey,
Hi,
hi,
it's
Ellen.
my
How are you?
first. Hi. It's my first time to join this kind of activity. I feel like it's very interesting. You talk to the phone, and I can see there are a lot of people join this group. So I think
Yeah.
it's our purpose is the same to find a job during this tough period. Actually,
Yeah.
my contract has been expired just like yesterday, the day before.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a bad
it's
timing to have.
yeah, it's just at that time, and I feel like it's such a luck. But the thing is, still need to do something. Like everybody
Yeah.
saying that just try to be active on LinkedIn and also do a lot of research on the job market. That's the reason why I joined this group to see how's
Yeah.
everybody doing, like what they are going to do. Maybe do some like skill set to upgrade our skill set
Yeah.
to do e-learning on the
Yeah.
website or Google, and also try to talk to the people like online, like what we are
Yeah.
doing now, to share our experience. Maybe there's not very more details of information, but actually we can actually motivate each other to go furthermore. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thanks for sharing that. And that is the number one purpose today as well. If we don't talk to each other, we never know what's happening
Yeah.
around, or you just struggle and nothing is happening. You get frustrated, and you don't know what to do. That's the hardest part. And as you said, this is probably the right time to invest in how you can grow. It could be technical. It could be technical skills. It could be personal development. And I believe even today, looking at your screen and talking is also kind of a skill building. Right? That's also an essential skill that you're building today. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
Sorry,
you.
can I just add one more thing there? You touched something about upskilling. There's some. I noticed that LinkedIn is giving away free learning. LinkedIn Learning is available for free somewhere. I'm not sure how it is. I just saw it this morning. If you can take it down, and that would be awesome. This time when you
Your voice is breaking, Khalid. I don't think. Yeah.
you can
We can see you, but
look at that.
we can't figure out what you're saying. Yeah.
Maybe you can message because we can all
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, feel free to use the chat as well. This Google Meet is new to me as well. So if you find anything new or if you find something is wrong, just let me know so that I can improve as well. I think one problem that I see now is when I'm talking, you can't see me probably because I'm logged in through multiple devices. That's probably the reason. I'll figure out how to resolve that. But let's get this going. So yeah, if anyone else wants to share something, we'll spend a couple of minutes, talking about what you're doing, how's things going over there. Hello.
Hi, Vinesh. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Hi, guys. I'm Prakash, and again, this is the first time for me meetup like this. I've always wanted to come for meetups, but just couldn't make it. Yes, for those events.
Your voice is breaking, unfortunately, Prakash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's fine. Just try once more, maybe.
Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me?
It's breaking, still breaking.
It's breaking. Yeah, it's still breaking. All right, so let's move on. I mean, I think this is fairly stable, but yeah, it's hard to socialize online. But yeah, it is what it is. But I think this platform is good. What do you think about this? I mean, is this good? I mean, just talking to people or understanding, is this something that you would like to do more often, or what are your thoughts on this? You can either speak or you can put it in a chat. So yeah. And by the way, Khalid just mentioned that LinkedIn Learning is available for free during this time. So I see a lot of services are going free. Make use of it. LinkedIn Learning, by the way, if you have a library card, is already free for you. I can share the information if you want that later on. So if you have LinkedIn Learning, it's a really good place to explore a lot of online courses and upskill yourself.
Hi,
So,
Vinesh. Can I speak something?
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hi, Sajesh. How are you?
Good. Good morning to all. Thanks for organizing this, Vinesh. And just adding a point to that, like majority of the big MNCs are actually shortlisting their resumes and then coming up with video interviews as the first screening. So I think this platform, everyone who is looking for a job can utilize it. The reason being, the video interviews are not person to person. It could be possibly person to computer, which they are actually formulating some drafted questions and they will be throwing at you and you have to answer it. So it is a good chance for you to make yourself comfortable before the camera, to make sure how you present yourself, and also to prepare yourself how to speak, looking at a camera where you don't know that whether the person is there or not. So that is also a good confidence building exercise which we can practice through these platforms, which should help everyone. So keep doing it. I think it's a good chance to learn for the initial job hunters, because I happen to see a couple of them speaking through. I really appreciate that they're taking the effort to come and speak, but speak confidently, speak very straight and honest, which is actually what they're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Ajay. So let's touch on. I mean, let's kick off this. Even by touching on a few points on what you have to do while talking to a machine rather than a person. Talking to people are often easier, not very easy, but often easier than talking into a black dot, I would say, right? So the first point is always look at the camera. If you have a laptop in front of you, I know it's hard, but look at the camera while talking, and while listening, you have to switch between looking at the person and looking at the camera. So that's where it's important to make sure. Before that, you have to make sure that you're in a comfortable environment, right? Your background is clean, it's not cluttered, you're dressed properly, your hair is proper, stuff like that. Take care of all those things. Make sure that laptop is in a proper angle. It's not too low that you're looking up to your face, or it's not too high that you're looking down. Make sure it's in a proper angle. You are always looking at the camera, and have a good pair of headphones. It could be ones like this, but make sure the mic is close to your mouth so that everything is clear. It could be a wired one, wireless one, doesn't really matter as long as the voice is clear. So these are the few things that you have to absolutely take care of, and make sure that there is no disturbances at all. TV, kids, all those sort of things, try to keep it to a minimal. And if you get any disruptions at all, just say, excuse me for a minute, go and deal with it and come back. That's absolutely fine. Don't try to suppress it, because there are some things that are actually absolutely out of your control. So you have to take control of it as well. So those are the few things that I wanted to say with regards to a video interview. And first step, of course, to all those who have joined today, thank you. And you're taking a big step. If you're opening up your videos, people can see you, which is really good. I mean, there's nothing ashamed to be seeing. I mean, you go out every day, people see you, that's fine. And this is the same thing that's happening over here, just that probably you're in an even more comfortable situation. You're at home, just that a computer is looking at you. That's all. That's the only difference. So as long as you're not doing any awkward stuff, this is absolutely fine. And before this, while announcing this event, I had put up a Google form where you can ask some questions, and I said, I picked a couple of questions and talk about it for some time. So I don't know if Jyoti Smita is online today. Is she online? No, I don't think so. But she asked this question. how to deal with a situation when you have been actively looking for jobs and COVID-19 pops up and the effort you have been putting up since months comes to a full stop. What could be plan B? What measures are others taking to deal with it? So we already had some discussions around this, what people are doing, what's happening in the market and stuff like that. And for me, or for everyone out there, it's time to accept that this situation that we are going through will impact you. That should be step one. Yes, I know there will be disruptions. Yes, I know you won't get many opportunities right now. The interviews might be canceled. Even offers might get canceled. But that is an impact everyone is going to face. Everyone, literally, the whole world is getting disrupted right now. I'm working from home since this 1 week. My network walks are disrupted, which used to be my weekly routine. Probably my next month meetup will also get disrupted. Our jobs are also might be on risk. Next 2 months, people who are running hotels, people who are running cafes, gyms, everyone is getting this disrupted. So point one for you and everyone who's listening to this is be prepared. There will be a disruption. You might not hear back from recruiters for some time. You might not get any calls from recruiters for some time. And this sometime could be weeks to months. At the moment, I think at least till April end, we can't, I don't see any sign of progress, at least for now. Don't know how the situation evolves, but that's at least for now. So accept that first. That's the first step. Second thing, see what you can do during this time. Now keep that job search, pause that job search literally. Now you have a lot of time to do something else. Utilize it efficiently. Don't sit back, watch TV. No, that's not the thing. Don't sit back and it's not that you can go out anyway, so there's no point in that. Don't waste your time. Utilize it. And this is applicable even if you're working. Don't just sit at home, work from home for 9 hours and then just sit at home. That'll make you a lethargic person and bring your energy really down. Invest in personal development. Invest in upskilling your technical skills. So technical skills, as Khalid already mentioned, LinkedIn, a lot of services are going free now. LinkedIn Learning is already free for you. If you have a library card over here, you can just log in and use it. I see a lot of other platforms opening up as well. So technical skills, best time to upskill. But make sure you're not randomly choosing skills and going for it. Make sure you have a plan. You know that you need to build these skills in order to get better at this and go for it. Personal development. So for me, this is a personal development thing. This is something I've never done before. I hope everyone is still listening to me, but this is something that I've never done before. And for me, this is a huge challenge. And since last 2 days, I've been looking forward to this challenge, and that's keeping my energy up. So you have to find something to do. It could be an online project. It could be, recording a video and sharing something on LinkedIn. See, social media is so huge right now. You can literally do anything from your phone. So probably it's the right time to invest yourself in social media, be it LinkedIn, be it, if you're into software development, it could be GitHub. It could be, if you're into photography or graphic designing or stuff like that, it could be Instagram, any social media. So make sure you're investing your energy in that as well. So those are my top 2 things that you have to do right now. First thing, accept that you are going to be impacted. Probably keep job search for a pause. Second thing, invest in doing something else which is really productive. It could be personal development. It could be personal development. It could be technical skills, anything. Now, I think Khalid, I'm not sure, Khalid or Karthik mentioned that recruiters are also coming. The whole community is coming online. So LinkedIn right now, if you had sent thousands of messages in the last 3 months and haven't got any response, the next few weeks might be different. You might start getting more responses. So make sure that you're ready to socialize online. Please keep in mind that don't, connect to random people and, hey, I'm looking for a job. Can you help me out? No, this is the wrong time to ask that question. Just have a natural conversation, say, Ask how are you impacted by now. I mean, how are your working conditions right now? Are you working from home? How is that working for you? Have a conversation around that. Don't put your needs, which is job search, which is kind of unreasonable at the moment. Don't put that onto their face and kill that connection. Make sure that this is the right time to start conversations online or on LinkedIn. Make sure that you use that in a right way. Don't blow up connections by just throwing your frustration out there. I know everyone is frustrated, but throwing out your frustration doesn't help at this point because everyone is in the same situation. They can't help you. Most people can't help you at the moment, but building that connections and networking can help you a lot.
Adding to what Vinesh has been speaking about skills development.
Sure. Go for it.
One more thing. I was looking at my resume right now, and I could see there are few skills which I have listed there. I have started to forget them. So probably it's a time to go through your resume once again and see you are still up to date with the skills you have listed out there.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good point too. So job seekers or people who are experienced often get rusty on their skills, even though it's on their resume, they are not up to date on that. So it's an excellent time for you to upskill on that as well. Thanks, Malati. So Prakash asked this question: how can we network effectively and keep in touch with our network on an ongoing basis, especially during this busy time? So I already touched on this topic. Staying online, you will get a lot more responses right now, but it's very important that you do it the right way. Don't jump the gun and don't ask for questions that people can't actually help you at the moment. So everyone is in a bad situation. Show some empathy and try to catch a conversation around that and then slowly build that network right now. So right now, your objective should be on building your network online and upskilling, not getting a job. Yes, you might land interviews or get jobs during this moment as well, but don't overly emphasize on that right now. And my challenge or my request to all of you is start sprucing up your LinkedIn activity. That's really important at the moment. I know all of you are on LinkedIn, all of you connect to people or send messages, but when is the last time you posted about something? So today I'm saying, we had this something new. I mean, this is new for probably all of us. This is definitely new for me as well. Why don't you share your experience about this on LinkedIn today or tomorrow? That would be a start. So share on LinkedIn your stories. How are you tackling the challenges? So like Elaine mentioned earlier, people want to know what's everyone doing. And you have a story to share. You're doing something different every day. Why don't you share it to someone and make a community out of it? Why, instead of just holding up yourself or getting frustrated about yourself, share what challenges you have been solving, how you have been getting up in the morning, maybe doing yoga, for example, doing some mindfulness, and then trying to network in a different way, attending webinars. What webinars did you attend? So appreciate the people who are doing actually webinars and giving a lot of stuff for free at this moment, so that the whole community as such is growing. Remember always, in a society, social media, or humanity anywhere, give before you take. So when you start giving, you will get that help back as well. So that's really important.
In the course.
Sorry?
You might inspire somebody else to do the similar things and get out of their situation.
We have 27 people today. Let's make sure that these 27 people can be more viral than the coronavirus and spread this message to hundreds and thousands of people. Right? Let me put it that way. So that's what you can do, and that positivity can have a huge impact on the way you are feeling and the way others are feeling as well. So it's very important. So Kriti Bajaj asked me, should I be cold calling companies at this time to approach and apply? Again, be mindful of which company you're calling to. I mean, the companies that you've been calling might be firing people at the moment. They might be shutting down businesses. They might be working from home at the moment. So be mindful about who you're calling. Make more, do your homework on that, and start a conversation. Even if you're cold calling, if someone picks up, start a conversation around how their working situation is, what environment is going on, how things are going, and do that. So cold calling, cold email, LinkedIn networking, online networking, these will be on an all-time high right now. But have that empathy when you start a conversation. Don't make it about your job search. It's not about that anymore. So that's also really important. So I guess those were the three topics that I wanted to touch today. And thanks to Jyotismita, Prakash, and Kriti for asking those questions. So for people who don't know how to ask these questions, I will post this link, or it's a Google form link on the meetup, on every event that I do, or on every LinkedIn post that I do, so that you can add questions. I can pick up 3 questions and answer those for you. All right, that's from me. So if you have any quick questions, I think we have a few more minutes. You can either put it in the chat, or there has been a lot of conversation in the chat. I'm sorry that I didn't go through it at the moment. But if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot. We can spend a few more minutes on it.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are, Prakash.
Yeah. I just wanted to add one more thing with regard to the video interviews, which you had mentioned a lot, which is extremely helpful. This is from my personal experience. The thing is that always keep a smile when you look at the camera. Make sure you do that, at least when you're, especially when you're answering questions. Though you're maybe staring at a blank screen, always keep the smile, so that that's something the person on the other side will perceive very positively about you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Prakash, for that. So what Prakash mentioned is, while answering questions on interview, always look at the camera and smile. Trust me, I've been doing a lot of events. I can do events when I look at people and I get that feedback from them. So people who have been in my meetup know that I'm good at that. But the first time I recorded a video, I mean, I don't know if you have seen it. I've been doing a TV show called Career Australia as well. The first time I did it, I had all lights on me and I had to stare in a camera and not people. And I couldn't move either, because when I moved, the focus changed, the lighting changed, and I couldn't do that as well. It was so hard for me to look at the camera and talk that if you see that video, you can see I'm not smiling. I'm probably, very fixated. I'm very rigid, and that kind of destroyed the harmony that I bring into that conversation. So it's very important that you look in the camera, smile, and talk as if you're talking to an actual person. Thanks, Prakash, for that. Any other questions? Probably one more question.
I had a suggestion, Vinesh. I was thinking if everyone could share their LinkedIn profiles on chat right now, along with their post, and anyone who is in the same field can offer to add, so that we all have, we can expand our network, as you said, during this time.
That would be a good idea as well. I'm not sure if I can capture this email and make a group out of it. If possible, I'll do that. Or as you said, feel free to put links in your chat. I think that history will be there. Again, I'm not sure if that works. Put it over there and connect yourself. The LinkedIn nearby feature, I don't think we can make it work in any way right now. No, I don't think that's gonna work. So, yeah, feel free to put the LinkedIn thing in your chat. And one more thing I'd like to add to Kriti is, don't please connect to people who are just relevant to your profile. You never know where you're gonna get help from. If that was the case, then probably no one will connect to me. I'm a software developer, yes, but I do a lot of other things as well. So be open when you're connecting to people, but always build that connection. I don't know what you do, Kriti, but if you have a conversation with me, I'm sure I can add value to you in some way, and I'm sure you can tell me what you're doing, and that will in turn add value to me as well. So keep that conversation open.
Yeah,
Vinesh,
thank you.
Any other questions? Probably one more question. Yeah.
Yeah, Vinesh, to what Kriti added, I think maybe if you want to put it on the LinkedIn or something like you do normally do after the meetups, this time you can't put a photograph, but if you can
Yeah.
add the links of the people who are actually there, then that may possibly help what Kriti was mentioning. And it's also good that we can put up as a virtual meeting number 40 or whatever it is as of now.
Sure. Sure. So I'm trying to see if there is a way we can capture, take a screenshot of everyone who is there over here. No? Is there a way? I don't think so, right? Like, box
I'm
kind
just
of
copying and
use.
pasting it.
No. I think you can see only 4 people at a time, so that doesn't really help.
Yeah, that won't help.
Yeah.
Maybe when they're trying to connect with you, do you get any LinkedIn connections or something? Or maybe next time as a login basic preliminary checks, you can ask them to put in their LinkedIn template so that you can copy that later.
Yes, I'll let me try. I'll figure out something. I would prefer to have a photo, something nice to show on, because that's what attracts people. So thanks to the 27 people who have joined today, not 27, probably 24. I have 2-3 accounts logged in from myself. I'm trying to figure out how to make this thing work. But
and by the way, one feedback: if you go to the first one from the bottom, in which your name is there, that will actually show your video. I was just scrolling around through all your profiles.
Yes, so I will fix that as well. So I think my video and my voice should come from a single device rather than multiple devices.
Yep.
So I'll figure that out as well and see how I can make that better. But thanks for this. I mean, this is, as I said, this is a learning curve for me as well. Now, question to you guys: how often would you like me to do this?
Probably every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Every week, or every week is the minimum that I'm thinking. But if there is enough demand, I can do more. But that will depend on how the response is. So right now we'll schedule it every week. And would you prefer to have it on a weekday or a weekend or timing like this, or evenings, mornings? What's the preferred time?
How about this?
It's fine for any time is fine for me, but I would suggest Saturday this time would be fine, comfortable for everyone, I guess.
Okay. So I'm getting a lot of comments. I'll review the comments later on. They say weekdays and the weekend this time. And let's see, I'll probably try different combinations. I'll sometimes keep one on a weekday afternoon. Now that everyone is working from home, they can probably jump in for 30 minutes and release all the pressures they have from work and being socially isolated as well. And weekend, you leave it for your family. So I'll try different combinations and see how things work. So yeah, that I think about today. I think my wife has recorded this video, and if that video is of good quality, again, it was an experiment. I'll put this on YouTube and see if that helps a lot of other people as well. Any other questions, or shall we wrap this up?
Thank you, Vinesh, for initiating such a meeting. I think we should keep up with such kind of meeting with this everything going around.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, the 27 people today, probably we can spread this faster than Corona and get a bigger impact, make a bigger impact. And that's what I'm trying to do. I used to make an impact through network walks and, bringing people together. But now that that's gone, I want to try something new. And I hopefully will get that impact through this. Let's see how this evolves. So thanks to each one of you for attending. And all right. So have a good, safe weekend. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.